Yes, Charles. Please let me know when the camera is rolling. Thank you. Things not to mention this year. Diana, Bats, Meghan, Diana, the tier system, travelling, and Boris. Okay. Yes? Okay. Hello. I'm the Queen. Many of you may recognise me from seasons 1 to 4 of The Crown. Or many of you may recognise me as that lady that likes to wave like a rapper from the 1860s. It has been a turbulent year for many, including Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, Elon Musk, the creators of Zoom, Microsoft Teams, manufacturers of toilet rolls, who have made billions of pounds this year and need to make that money vanish before the next tax year. Who would have thought, in the year of a deadly pandemic and many job losses, that so many would need to have a shit, but yet so few could wipe? In a year where so many of us have been doing Joe Wicks in the kitchen, while Prince Philip has been doing Mark Wright in the boudoir suite. In a year, it is a time to reflect. In a year, a time to reset the planet. And also it is a year to rejoice that we've spent 9 months at home in our royal onesies. I, like many of the queens before me and after me, are very optimistic. I never dwell on the negative. When I was speaking to RuPaul the other week, we discussed the matter. Yes, many businesses, shops have closed this year, but look at the positive side. Many of us got to eat out for 50% less in the summer, even though many of us couldn't afford to eat in our houses. As many of us are living in our castles, made of bricks and not Lego. Just because our castle is next door to Legoland World of Attraction Centre, it's pure coincidence. And also it's a coincidence that Prince Andrew likes to spend a lot of time there. It's also a time to reflect on the people that worked hardest this year. The NHS staff who have worked many 12, 14, 16, 18-hour days. And all they ask is for a proper wage, a living wage that will help pay their bills. Obviously that's not going to happen. There's no money left in the pot for them. But what we will do on Boxing Day, we will go on our doorsteps of our palaces and castles and we will clap. We will clap solidly from Boxing Day, 6 days straight for 24 hours every day until New Year's Eve. And if anyone fails to keep clapping, they will be taken to the Tower of London and be shot with a bow and arrow made from needles and syringes found on the wastelands of Manchester, which has now moved into Tier 17. Many of us have used this year to move around from our castles to palaces to our country estates and several homes dotted around the UK. Obviously, if you don't have several castles, palaces and houses, you need to work harder and maybe stop eating ferrets that have had sex with infested bats. It's probably your fault that we've got the virus in the first place. And remember the message about Christmas. We have learnt this year that cancel culture is cancelling people we've never heard of. In a year that we found out that a heterosexual female cannot call a heterosexual male a homosexual, whether it's in a song or in a letter or in a threatening manner. The fairy tale of New York. Talking about heroin, we must also reflect on the true meaning of Christmas, about God, religion, genocide and murder. If you're an atheist, for God's sake, choose a side so that you have someone to go down to the high street when all the shops are closed and boarded up, that you can shout through a megaphone about saying who came to you and touched you during the middle of the night. And at Christmas time, there's no need to be afraid. In our world of plenty, just get a Nest camera. You can record to see who's trying to break into your house to steal stuff. And wrap your arms around the world on Christmas Day. It doesn't matter because we've got a new vaccine, £300 for jabs. Don't worry, stick it on Rishi Sunak's Weatherspoon's tab and just say a prayer. Doesn't matter if you don't know any, just make them up. That's how prayers were invented in the first place. And just say a prayer. Prayer for the other ones, the ones that live in Tier 4, 5, Wales and Rotherham. There's a world outside your window. For the rest of us, we have Netflix. And remember, the only gift many people will get this year is from Amazon. And do they know it's Christmas time? Well, I should think so. Lidl, Aldi, Sainsbury's, Tesco, Waitrose, they've all been doing Christmas adverts since June. Where have you been, mate? Stay safe and have a lovely Christmas with all those people in your house that you're pretending to be your family members. And remember, don't try and break into my palace like they did in season 4 of The Crown, or I'll get my police officers to shove a truncheon up your arse. Philip, get the crack pipe ready. It's Christmas. Philip, get the magic mushrooms ready. It's Christmas.